And we're getting ready for the feature event here in today's doubleheader, and it'll be the current Queensborough Tigers against the alumni from Queensborough's past. I'm Joe Massey. My partner, David Russell, under the weather today. He'll be back with us in the future, but David taking a day off due to being under the weather. So we'll get set for this game. The black team knocked off the red team in the first game. The black-clad Queensborough alumni were able to pull out a squeaker in the first contest. And to be quite honest, they did out-execute the red team in the final seconds of the game, and that solidified the win. But here in the second end, we'll see how much they have in terms of steam to play the current Tiger squad, which is a good-looking young team. Of course, Queensborough has really suffered the last few years on the men's side, coming out of regular seasons that were not that hot, and now they have added a couple of players here and there, and they look like a team that might be able to do something in the future. We'll see. Anyway, the ball will go to the current Tiger squad as we get started, and they missed the first shot of the game, and it goes out of bounds. They'll inbound it again. Jumper from outside is connected on, and quickly Queensborough's current team moves up 3-0. Here's the alumni squad in the black shirts. They dish it up front to Bruton for the current Queensborough squad, and he makes it 5-0. Jumper from the corner here, no good by Chopperham. He gets his rebound, goes to the basket, and gets fouled. Oh, we're going to call him out of bounds on that, so it's 5-0 in favor of the current Queensborough team. They'll bring it up out of the backcourt. Here's Bruton with the basketball. They send it down low, and they pass it back outside, and the current Tigers have gotten off to a very quick start, an 8-0 start here. And that will cause the alumni to take a timeout. So Bruton hitting a three. He has 5 points out of the 8 Queensborough points that they've registered so far, and they have an 8-0 lead early on here. Let's look at this current Queensborough squad as they are configured as they come back on the court. They have Kevon McDonald, who was very strong for them at one of the forward spots coming out of last year. He's being joined by Khalil Johnson. And they also have lining up with those two, Janik Duke. Jumper from outside by Jeff Boone is no good for the alumni. They get it back to Boone. Boone goes inside and can't hit the shot, and it stays an 8-0 ball game. The current Tigers come back, and in the lane and getting to the loose ball and getting the shot up was John Paul, and he got fouled. They do have more height on this ball club than they did last year. First free throw is good. First free throw is no good. It stays 8-0. Now it is good. Second one is no good. So it's 9-0 in favor of the Tigers. Williams had a terrific game in the alumni game. He brings it up. He goes all the way to the basket. Can't hit. Light gets the rebound. Sends it back outside. Light was the leading scorer for the black team, which won the first game. Light had 25 points in that first game. They give it to Fuller. Fuller squeezes the trigger from outside, no good. And Stephen Bruton, who wears glasses on the court, they get it up court and they throw it away, and Light leaves it short on the layup. Still no points for the Alumni, as then Light recovers, but he gets blocked out of bounds by John Paul. Or is it Paul John? That is Paul John. Good block by Paul John. Here's a corner shot by Ben Chopapan, and it's no good. And the rebound is snatched on the other side of the basket as it never made it to the hoop. Jumper from the corner, no good. The rebound, good! As Paul John picked it off, and he has 3 points, and the Tigers right now are routing to an 11-0 lead. The young men before the game were telling me they have high hopes for this year. They think they have a good squad, and so far they've looked very good. Down on the baseline, turning is Williams, gets the first hoop of the game for the Alumni. Move inside by Williams to get his first. Obviously his first if it's the first for the Alumni. You like the way I put that together, by the way. I figured that out. It's 11-2. 16:44 to go in the first half. There's a drive to the baseline by Light, who squeezes up a shot. But beforehand, I believe he stepped out of bounds, and it'll go over to the white-clad Queensborough Tigers, who are wearing their Tiger uniforms with the blue and orange trimming, the home uniform. And they have the ball outside right now. Here's a pass, head of the key, jumper around the basket and out. Was taken there by Khalil Johnson, and it goes out of bounds. So the Alumni will get the ball, and they are right now down on the scoreboard, 11-2. Here's John Williams working inside, but he got blocked by John, who has been tough around that basket. Baseline blocked there by Boone. Boone came right back with a block. Now we play snatch it in the backcourt, and the Tigers of Current end up with the ball. This is the Current Tiger squad, and the jumper no good by John. Now it's cleared by the Alumni, down 11-2. Let's see if they can work on something. Mingo, Boone on the court with Williams, Light, and the jumper is good from the right side by Jeffrey Boone. And he has 5 points now. 11-5. Boone has 3. The Alumni have 5. There's a miss. Gathered in the lane. Put up. No good. A good play getting to that ball by Khalil Johnson. Back the other way. Boone fires from outside. No good. It stays 11-5. By the way, I had an extended talk with Khalil Johnson out there before the game, and he is quite a kid. And look at the way he can play. I mean, this kid can play. He tips it in right there. And basically what Khalil was telling me is he'll do anything that would help his squad win a game. And you know what? That's the kind of attitude they need here at Queensborough. 13-5. Boone going in the lane, gets surrounded, looking for help. Gets it in the corner to Light, who fires, no good. And the Current Tigers having much better of it right now as Kevon McDonald pulls it off. And they come up court. And they knock down a 3. So they are looking marvelous at 16-5. They're really looking marvelous. Outside is Mingo with the ball. Mingo delivers it over to Boone. Boone deep on the left perimeter. Boone sends it over to Light. Foul line jump, no good. Rebound snatched on a good play by Williams, who puts it up and in. He did that one for pride right there. Joshua Williams finally scoring for the Alumni. 7 points now for the Alumni. And they've gotten 3 from Boone, 4 from Williams. That has been the scoring and a timeout taken here in the second end of the Alumni Day, and the current Tigers having much the better of it, leading 16-7. I was talking about Khalil Johnson, and Khalil played in high school and was a star performer for his ball club, and now he comes over here to Queensborough, and I was asking him, Khalil, what do you want to do there at Queensborough? And he told me, I want to help the team. That's what I want to do, and I want to apply myself to whatever role is given to me. I said, I take my hat off to you, young man. Those are fine words, and you saw his time out there on the court. He's still out there, number 12. He's done a good job. Pass down low, gets away here, and it'll go back to the Alumni. 16-7. This is Carl Lamengo going all the way in, and he had the ball tapped away from him as he was going into the basket. And again, Khalil was around that play, Khalil Johnson. Ball comes back in. They set around the perimeter. Dish it in the corner to Lamengo. Lamengo picks out his man, bowling at the foul line. They send it out quickly to Mond. Mond winds it in the corner to Williams, but that was way off on his jump shot. But the ball is taken away by Fuller, and the Black Alumni have another opportunity. There's Mond all the way in. No, Mond again, and he drew the foul. Good effort by Philip Mond, and it's 16-7, so he will end up at the line. I was talking to Mond before the game, and I had trouble picking up his name. He had it written out here, but then I remembered that Phil Mond was a part of the 203 Queensborough team that won the championship in the CUNY. And he was a very tough, stalwart type player, not a star. Here's his second. It is no good. Rebound snatched in the lane and sent back out by Iwu. Gives it over to Fuller. Fires from deep out there. No good. The Alumni, to be quite honest, they look like they've come out and they haven't had the energy they had in the first game. And there's two for David Dante Stone. And as you see, Queensborough has a lot of good-looking young players, and there goes Lamengo in at the basket, and he scores. Carl Lamengo. So it's 18-9. Another jumper from outside. That's two of them. I am going to put down the 2 for number 4, but I'm going to try to pick up his name because I don't have it on my roster. Here's Fuller. Three-pointer, and Fuller hits it. So Fuller connects on his first three-pointer, and he makes it 21-12. As I said, he can shoot the outside shot. I said that in the first game, but you weren't with us for the first game. Now you know. There's the shot again from the corner. No good. Rebound is snatched in by Mond. 21-12. The Alumni in the dark uniforms are trying to make an impact here. Fuller again, no. Rebound is grabbed, is going up to get it with his long arms is Paul John. And Paul John makes it look easy going to the basket. How about that by Paul John? He has looked very impressive, defensive end included. 23-12 as the Tigers go into a zone, the current Tigers. Here's Lamengo looking for some room. 12 seconds on the shot clock against the zone. Gives it to Fuller at the foul line. Fuller passes it over to Boone. Back to Fuller with the shot clock running down, and he couldn't get the shot off. Shot clock violation. Well, we've almost reached the halfway point of the first half. Joe Massey in for David Russell, and it has been all young Tigers here, the current Tigers. There's a loose ball off the floor and all the way to the basket with the left hand flip is Fuller, and they're going to score it and call a foul. So give Fuller the basket. Now Fuller will end up at the line shooting the free throw. And he is able to make good on that. It's 23-15. So it's an 8-point ball game. Queensborough will work it the other way. There's the move in the lane of the short pop is good. And it's 27-15. Make it 25-15 for the Tigers. Backing it in was Amengo, goes out to Boone. Boone tries to get between two Tigers and carried the ball as he was going in there. He gets called for traveling. Number 4, we're going to call Edward Liu. He has 2 3-pointers in the game for the Queensborough Tigers. And there's a little flip up to the basket off a powerful fake by Dante Stone, and he has 4 points. And the young Tigers are indeed looking very impressive with a 27-15 lead. Here, and almost taking a charge was Amengo. They get it to the baseline. They overshoot the basket. Queensborough on the break all the way in, and the current Tigers will get that call, I believe. Yeah, it will be a foul against the Alumni, and that will send the young man to the free throw line. First one is good. (28-15). The Tigers have now increased their lead to 13. Now the second one is good, and it's 29-15. Well, not much out of the Alumni in this game so far. Very good showing by the young Tigers. Here's a drive by Williams in traffic, and he gets fouled. Nice move. Getting in there. The big men for Queensborough, I'm talking about the current Queensborough team, have done a very good job shutting off that lane. Williams with his first free throw, good. He has 5 points. And he found a lot of room in that first Alumni game in the lane, did Williams, but he misses this free throw. And it stays 29-16 with 9:07 to go in the first half. And then a move into the lane, and we have another whistle and a foul. Ball will be thrown in. They get it outside, play catch and pitch, and they miss the shot. And Boone trying to get his hands on the rebound, but it is knocked out of bounds by Queensborough. So it'll be Alumni ball, 29-16, 8:59 to go in the first half. And the Alumni make some substitutions here. Alex Franklin, who I spoke to earlier, is on the court now, number 5. Good young kid. Ball comes around the perimeter. Boone with it, 8:48 to go, and here's a jumper by Fuller, and it's no good. And Johnson immediately gets in there and knocks the ball ahead. Franklin, and they get 2 out of it. 31-16. So far, this looks like a totally different Tiger team than it looked like last year. They go along the baseline. They pitch it out to Boone. Boone is going to fire from outside. No good. And going up high to get the rebound there is Dante Stone. And here is A fast break, slowed down, and then along the baseline with a real tough mood was Rashani Francois, and he scored. And you could see that the Tigers are really tigering here in this first half, the current squad. They could not make a move like that all of last year. The big kids that they brought in are very active. Here's a jumper from outside. That is going to go. And that was Light, who lit it up in the first game. And he gets his first field goal here, and it's 33-19. Tigers work it down the other end, knocked out of bounds. They're going to bring Bruton back in the game. Bruton was their top player, Stephen Bruton, last year, number 20. He had scored an average 14 points a game, and Bruton scored plus 30, and when they made a trip on the road last year, he had scored, I believe, 33 points. There's a drive on the lane, no good. The follow was put back in. And I'm going to call that young man Paul because we don't have his number right now. We're going to have to clear that up at halftime with 7:06 to go in the first half. It's now 35-19 for the Tigers. They're playing a zone as the Alumni try to find something, but the youngsters are not going to let them do it, obviously. They steal the ball away from behind with Francois. Then Paul up court gets blocked and has it sent out of bounds. A lot of action there. And Pachito, who in the first game was playing on the court, is coaching the Alumni in this second game. And getting a little excited about a show of fire there for a little bit. But the young Tigers have had it all their way, 35-19. They go outside. Alex trying to get in the lane, and Alex Franklin lost the ball. Then it's put up to the basket. It's recovered. Recovered again by the Tigers. Franklin is in the right corner. Franklin dishes it to Dante Stone, and the ball was being held as Stone went into the lane, and they're going to call a tie-up, and they'll give it over to the black-clad Alumni. Boy, they had to work hard to get that ball back. So 6 minutes to go here in the second half, and it's 35-19. Jumper from outside won't go from Light. Here's Paul leading the break over to Bruton. Bruton fires, no good from the left side. And it's going to be a clear path for Fuller off the break, and Fuller puts it in. He glided in there. He has 7. Now they've made up a little bit, have the Alumni, 35-21. Paul tries to place a pass inside, got busted up. Jumper from outside is taken by Alex Franklin, and the ball ends up out of bounds. So it'll go back to the Alumni, 35-21. And if you're the Alumni, you want to play this a step at a time and try to keep yourself fresh for the second half. Here's Amengo getting it on the baseline. The Light who fires and scores. Light, with the Queensborough Alumni lead in the first half in points, now has 5 in this game. 35-23. Beautiful drive to the basket, and they put it in. 37-23. We're going to pick out that young man's number 40 for the Queensborough squad. He's played a terrific first half. We're going to tell you what his name is because we don't have it down here. And there's a drive into the lane, and there's a foul. And the ball will go back to Queensborough. So number 40 in this first half, responsible for 5 Queensborough points, and he's played very well. There's a jumper by Khalil Johnson, no good. We're coming to the 4:51 mark. The Alumni have a chance to get back in it, and Carl Amengo makes a spinning move and scores his 4th point. 37-25. They're within 12. The ball goes in low to McDonald, who has to fight to get it. Passes it outside. Jumper no good. Rebound snatched by the Alumni, and here they come again. Amengo finds traffic, holds up. They go to Light, fires on the fall away at the baseline, no good, and the rebound is snatched in by Khalil Johnson. And up court they get it quickly, and they get 2 out of it. That was Jank Duke, who got up there, beat the defense for the Alumni. It's slow to get back, and it's 39-25 at the 4-minute mark as we get a timeout on that Duke basket. Well, the youngsters from Queensborough have thoroughly outplayed their veteran counterparts at 39-25. They've done it with smooth play, and they haven't gotten flustered. They've worked well collectively as a unit, and they do indeed look like the Queensborough team that we heard about before the game, an improved team. That's as much as I can say right now. You'd have to wait until they get into real competition during the year, and then we can trace that even further. But everybody's basically contributed. And here comes Jeff Boone, who in the first game, in the Alumni game today, registered 16 points. He has the ball right now. Hit a number of three-pointers, by the way. And Boone's going to go strong to the basket and hand it inside to Amengo, who was contested in there, couldn't get it to the basket. Franklin couldn't get it up as he switched hands, and it's 39-25. And here, once again, the Alumni on the attack. Amengo, he whirls it up there, and he gets fouled on his drive into the lane. The young Tigers certainly have made it very tough to get inside shots up. That's something they've done very well in the first half. They played the lane very well. Amengo with his first, no good. At one point, they were playing a zone, and they were very effective on that. Amengo misses his first. There's Coach Pichardo is going to get a couple of people up here and try to instill some life into the Alumni. Second one is good by the coach of the Queensborough Tigers, the current coach, Carl Amengo, who is playing against his youngsters here in this Alumni game. It's always a great thing. He's playing against his young team. And I'm sure he's very happy what he sees. There's the pass back in the low blocks, and a quick turnaround. Good by Khalil Johnson. They worked that beautifully on the low post, give and go. 41-26. Not only are the Tigers playing well, they're making some nice plays. Here's Bowling short. And it's picked off again by Queensborough, and they'll try to get it up court. And we have a stoppage in play. Bowling was very good in the first Alumni game, and he registered in the 20s. I believe he had 22 points. Gonna look it up right here. He had 23. And in the first Alumni game, Light had 25 for the Alumni, and Boone had 18. But they're not doing that here against the Young Tigers. Young Tigers have had it all in hand. There's a miss, there's a follow, there's a tip by Franklin, another follow, and McDonald scores. Well, they brought in McDonald at the end of last year, said he was a very strong player. There's a drive by Williams for a basket. And McDonald was a very strong player, but on many occasions he was outnumbered in the lane. He's not that big, but he is very strong. So he didn't quite have the impact that they wanted, but now they brought in a couple of 6'5" players, and it seems to have made all the difference in the world. And of course, as they always say, you could teach shooting, you could teach foul shooting, but you cannot teach height. And you know what? You go even one step further. When you have good players who are tall and can play, you can't teach that entirely. So Tigers have a couple of new faces. In fact, more than a couple. They have about 6, 7 new players, and they've all looked good. 43-28. Handling the ball out of the backcourt right now is Janik Duke. Inside the ball goes, stripped away, and here come the Alumni on the break, and bowling all the way to the hoop, and he causes contact, and they call him for the offensive foul. Bowling got the offensive foul there. Of course, a number of times those calls could go either way. Didn't go Bowling's way, though. Here's Duke. Duke dishing in the corner. They whirl it around outside. Also a good game today to see the younger players and what they can do. Here's McDonald inside, and it got fouled off the rebound. Maybe some guys you wouldn't play under normal conditions if you need a ball game or if it's his first game in the conference schedule, or a few games in the conference schedule. You won't see them. You'll get a chance to see them today, though. Here's McDonald at the line, and he hits his first free throw. That is McDonald's first point. His second one is no good. 44-28. The Tigers lead the Alumni. The current Tigers lead the Alumni. This is Joe Massey. Here's Williams on a drive all the way through, and he got fouled. See who gets ticketed with that one. Well, they flash it up now. First free throw, no good. In fact, they do not flash it up right now. Williams missed his first. He has 10 points. He is leading the Alumni scoring. Now he makes this one and brings his mates to within a 44-29 ball game here in the first half with 1:30 to go. Franklin backing in, holding the ball, giving off. Here's a jumper, top of the key, no good. Rebound snatched in by Emengo. Jeff Boone is basically with Emengo, played the whole first half. There's Emengo. They go outside. They give it to Fuller, who fires. No good. Emengo chased down and actually scoped out and got to the rebound and then put it in. Good job by Emengo, almost like he detected where that ball was. 44-31. 57 seconds to go. Franklin overshoots the basket, pressing a little bit right now. 50 seconds to go in the half. Here's Boone. Boone to the baseline, gets shut off, dumps it back out. Back to Boone from Williams beautifully, and Boone is able to put it in. So Jeff Boone has 7 points. And the Alumni have made a little bit of a run here. 44-33, 22 seconds left first half. And Queensborough's gone cold from the field, the young players, and here goes Emengo again. Nobody with him. He's 1 on 4, so he turns off. We're down to 11 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Emengo. All the way in, no good. They called a, what did they call on that? Timeout. And the end of the half as Emengo missed and the rebound came off, and it stays 44-33 in favor of the young Tigers. And the young Tigers, let me tell you, had looked very impressive in that first half, and everybody contributed. And I'm going to go and get a few numbers straightened out here, and I'm going to come back for half number 2. Joe Massey in for David Russell. 44-33, the young Tigers, and they are young Tigers because a lot of these guys are first-year players, are leading it. First-year college players anyway. We'll be back with the second half. Getting ready for second half action here at Queensborough. And I have from good sources that number 40 is Brandon Seeger. And he had a very good first half for the Queensborough Tigers with 5 points off his maiden journey out here today. And we had identified Jaleel at a different number, and Jaleel is number 2 we were speaking about, who played in the first half. Number 22 was Berry. So Berry had the very good first half. As the ball goes inside from the Alumni, and it's taken off by the young Tigers, who had a very impressive 44-33 first half. And they continue to come out and spank the veteran Tigers. On the jumper by Alex Franklin, and that makes it 46-33, and that's Franklin's first basket. Ball comes free inside, and it's put in. And it's 46-35, so the Alumni get back within 11. Here comes Khalil Johnson. Johnson all the way to the basket, no good. Rebound is snatched off the court. Set up court by the Alumni. A 3 on the way from Fuller is no good. And again, the young Tigers with the ball looking to get it up very quickly. Here's Khalil Johnson. He shifted directions on his dribble, got all the way down inside and got pushed. So it'll stay with Queensborough in the first half. 5 from Bruton. They got 5 from that player I talked about, Brandon Seeger. Here's a drive all the way by Williams as we're just opened up in the second half, and the Alumni misses. They got a couple of big jump shots from Lou. Edward Lou had 4 points. He's on the court, number 4. Here comes the Alumni, and again they fire and miss. So the lead stays at 11. Tigers back the other way. They have Rosheni Francois down low, and a beautiful no-look pass as he was navigating at the top of the key from Dante Stone, and then they get the rebound and they follow it in with Dante Stone. How do you like that? He's a good ball player. Stone now stands his ground and takes the charge from Amengo, and Amengo comes up short. A little slippery down there, as you see. It goes in the corner, comes back out, and in the lane, and trying to put it up, no good, was Francois. They get it back outside. Lou has it. Lou behind the line for a 3, no good. That one would have hurt. Because the young Tigers, the current Queensborough squad, is up 48-35. Second half of action. And from the corner is Fuller with a 3. And that will get it close again. 48-38, or at least reasonably close. And immediately the Tigers will take a timeout. And the Tigers are being coached by assistant coach Teron Simpson. Anyway, Junior Fuller has 10 points, and the Alumni have pulled within 10. Steve Bruton has started the second half. Their leading scorer from last year for Queensborough is 5 points in the game. But the big man, Dante Stone, very impressive in the first half, along with Brandon Seeger, who was playing a little bit in the middle. He has 5 points, Brandon Seeger. And they were very impressive players. I talked about the big men they brought in. Those 2 guys stood out. Here's Lou with the ball as we get back to play. Right now, the Alumni putting a little pressure on. Let's see what happens. They go into the corner with it. Dish it back inside, and a running right-hander won't go. From Tyler Hodges. That was Tyler Hodges, number 12. He played very well in the first half, Tyler. And we had identified him as Khalil Johnson earlier, but I didn't think that Khalil was as big as Tyler, and he wasn't. Here's Fuller with a 3, and he brings the Alumni within 7. Another 3 by Fuller, and has 13. Lou looking down low, sends it in that direction, and an inside shot after a couple of fakes by Dante Stone, and it goes out of bounds, and it'll be Alumni ball. And Alumni is making a push here in these first 4 minutes, and they've chopped the lead to 48-41. 7-point lead. And the Alumni has Mond on the court with a Mengo. No Jeff Boone. He played the whole first half. They have Williams. They're working it out on the perimeter now with a little smaller club. Shot clock at 7. Williams a 3. Oh, no, that was Fuller again. Fuller has 16. In his time here at Queensborough, he was an explosive outside scorer at times, was Fuller. 48-44 now. And we have a ball game for the young man to play it. Here's Lou with it. Lou tries a 3-pointer. No good. Side rim. Cleared by Light. And the young Tigers are not doing things as effortlessly as they did in the first half. The older Tigers have shut the door on them a little bit, and they've creeped within 4. And here is Amingo missing, and the rebound Stone. Good rebound by Dante Stone. Pitch and catch, Lou for a 3, and he hits it. Lou, who had the outside shot going in the first half, to the best of my knowledge, now has 7 points. 51-44. So the Tigers claim a 7-point lead again off that 3. And Mingo, 14-23. Here's Fuller. He's been red hot. He misses. And a long stretch by Hodges to pull that in on the rebound. Lou sends it on the corner. They wait for someone to come open. Head of the key, and he is open and hits the shot. Tigers worked the ball very well that time. 54-44. So Queensborough's up by 10 again, the current team. And Stone will commit that foul there. Stone reaching in on the drive by Williams. Williams are going to line for 2. Williams has 10 for the Alumni. Fuller has 16. First free throw is good by Williams. Williams was one of the top scorers in the first game. So once again, they get within 9, and the Tigers will bring in Kevon McDonald again, and they'll sit Stone a little bit. Stone has been very impressive today. Second by Williams is no good, and McDonald got the rebound. Nine-point Tiger lead, and the quick move by Hodges, who lost the ball, but it was recovered and put in by Seeger. Let me tell you something, Brandon Seeger has some height. I saw him down on the court. I was speaking to him, and he's a tall kid, and he uses that height very well. 56, he steals the ball now. 56-45, he was going in. I think he was going to try to jam it, had it knocked away, and it was put in on the follow. 58-45, the Tigers by 13 again, and they built that lead right back up. There's a nice move by Mond, but no basket. It spun on the rim. Seeger takes up a lot of court with his strides. That's no good. Seeger with the rebound, puts it up, and there is a foul. Good follow by Seeger, getting in there to get the rebound with 12:48 to go in this ball game, and it comes down now to a time where the young Tigers will have to make some plays. Still 58-45. You got the kid Berry in the game, number 22, and he's a good player also. I like the way Berry is played in this ball game. Now it's 59-45. There's a drive in the lane by Williams, and he scores for the Alumni. They will not go away. They are hanging tough. 13 points for Williams, and it's 59-47. Baseline jumper is good by Seeger, though. That's 9 for Brandon Seeger. And right away, the young Tigers have pumped it out to a 14-point lead again. Nice move inside by Williams. He'll score. So the youthful Tigers have found their balance again. They're up 61-49 with 11:47 to go. Jumper from the right side. It's in. Good shot by Tyler Hodges. Hodges had a good first half, as we said. And to the best of my knowledge, I think Hodges has 9 points now. No, he has 4 points. 6 points. 63-49. Looking to make the move at the top of the key is Williams. Williams goes in. Hodges blocks him. He gets it back. No. Follows again. Stick-to-itiveness and a great effort by Williams. And he now has hit the 19-point mark. Williams has played a heck of a game starting at the very outset of the second half. Alumni have the ball. 63-51, 10:50 to go. Jeff Boone is checked back in for the Alumni. Here is Williams. No. Hodges follows that rebound out at the foul line, and here's Berry behind the back pass to Seeger, who can't transport it to the basket, and the ball goes out of bounds. Stay with Queensborough, though. This is bobbled on the baseline. Beautiful pass there by Berry going in the lane. And they are indeed a better team. There's no doubt about that. Bruton's their leading scorer from last year, and there is Stephen Bruton with a 3. I know they're a better team because you haven't even noticed Bruton is out there. 66-51. Turnaround by Light, a very tough one. No good. He was spinning to the left. Here comes Berry with 10 minutes on the clock. Gets it inside to Seeger, who couldn't get his hands on the ball fully. And the Alumni have a turnover, and they needed one. They're down by 15. And they better start making a run right here, or it is going to be over. Here is Boone, who started to pump in the threes in the Alumni game, but he misses that one. Boone only has 7 points in this one. Another 3 here, hit the side of the backboard, and John Paul pulls it off, and then they go up court to Berry, and Berry has been very, very good today. Hits that shot. 69-51. Under the arm pass from Boone, inside to Light, keeps it a little bit closer. 69-53. Berry, a 3-pointer, no good. Measured by McDonald on the rebound, put it up, no good. Rebound, Seeger! And he made the spinning move and put it in. And Brandon Seeger with 11 points. and a timeout will have to be taken. I tell you, I'm impressed with certain players for the Queensborough Tigers. Even this Queensborough against the Alumni game, no, I'll grant you that, but I like the way Seeger has played number 40. Berry has played very well. There have been others. I'm thinking of Khalil Johnson, who has played very well. Steve Bruton has only 8 points, but he has done well when he's been on the court. And Dante Stone has been very good for them also, particularly playing on the defensive end. And he's made some trouble in there for the Alumni. He has 6 points. So I think this young team has a good future. Seeger with 11. And the thing is, they keep coming back when the Alumni knocks it down. There's Fuller with a jumper, no good, and Seeger is there for the rebound again. And as you see, Seeger, as I was telling you, he has size. He's got to be about 6'8". Goes to the hoop and scores again easily off the give and go. So the youngsters are in the process of putting this away by 20 points. Whipped in the corner to Light. Light's going to try to keep him in with the outside three. Light has 8. 73-56. That was a 3. I didn't even know that lead was up so far, though. Here's John going inside. They get the ball back to McDonald somehow, and McDonald cuts into the lane. We have a foul. And it's going against the young Tigers to turn the ball over. 73-56. Paul John, also a member of this team from last year. Bruton, 3. He likes those threes and he knocks it in. He's got 11. There was Stephen Bruton. He might be able to do a little more of that this year now that he has the help inside. 76-56. First kid I saw coming into the auditorium or gymnasium was Bruton. There he goes. Easy 3. He has 11 now. First kid I saw coming into the gymnasium was Bruton, and he told me, we have a good team. We have good young players. I said, okay, I'll take your word for it, because he has suffered through a very tough 1 year here, and now they're ready to win. Here's a jumper from outside, no good by Light. Chases it down. The lead is 22 now, and Light scrambling. Can't get anything to go. Here's a 4-on-1 basically, and it's deposited at home by Paul John. And Paul John has a lot of speed, as you can see, and he heads right back up court. But he didn't see his coach, Carl Amengo, in the way, and he knocked him down. 80-56. Carl is going to lose this one with the Alumni, but he's actually very happy to see his young, scrappy Tigers play very well. So, no loser in this gym today for Amengo. Here's a drive by Williams, who's been very good all day, but he missed that one. And it's all over besides the final score with 6 minutes to go. There's a miss, and Light pulls it off for the Alumni. Gets caught up on the dribble and has it flipped away from behind by Rashani Francois. And they will park in yet another bucket from outside and make it 82-56. So the young Tigers will get ready to head into regular season play with a new cast of characters. Here's a drive by Boone, taking on 2 people, no good. I think the Alumni a little tuckered out. They don't have a lot of numbers on that bench, I should say, and I should have said. There's a block from behind, a follow, and Bruton goes again. Yeah, they haven't had a lot of numbers to work with on that Alumni bench. A lot of guys, few guys anyway, checked out after the first game. But it's still been a little bit of a beating at times for the Alumni guys to absorb, 84-56. And Ben Choppenhan, who played a very good, strong first game of the Alumni game, hasn't seen a minute. Petrito hasn't been seen. He's been coaching the team. And otherwise, Bowling played, Light played, Williams played, Amengo played. Simpson has been coaching the Queensborough team. He hasn't played, but Boone has played. So it's been a good performance by the Tigers. 4:58 left. Underneath, Williams is come at by 3 players, and he draws the foul. They all swarmed on Williams under there, and someone knocked him on the arm going up. He'll go to the free throw line. First one is good. 80-57. In the second game, Williams has been the scoring leader. I believe he has near the 20 mark. His second one is no good, and you can see they're a little tired now, having played that Alumni game as well, and now this game. 84-57. The youngsters will register a win. They didn't win here last year in the Alumni game. Here's inside. Couple of fakes by Stone and a jumper that's good. 86-57. They continue to grind away with 4:23 to go. And Mingo looking very intently at his young guard as he brings the ball up, Khalil Johnson. Actually, that's Alex Franklin he was hamming it up with. And it goes inside to Amengo, and Amengo scores. (86-59). 88-59. .340 to go. Their apologies to number 44. He is not on our roster, and it's a long way to go down there and try to clear it up. So I'll tell you, if you come to future games, number 44 has scored about 8 points, done a good job. He has the ball right now. Sends it out to the head of the key, and a jumper is good from there by Dante Stone. And Dante has accounted for 8 points, and it's 90-62. It's been a blowout for some time. Joe Massey for David Russell, and 2:58 to go. And a successful game for the Alumni in the first game, but not so successful in the second game. Paul gives it inside, and Paul John trying to get it to a breaking teammate. The ball got away, and it's back to the Alumni. 2:39 and counting. Long one by Williams is way off. Franklin lines it up. He won't get the three. They bring it back out. Foul line. Jumper is good. That's Francois. Francois with his second basket. And it's basically a little garbage time here with 2:09 to go. And a lot of fun today. The first game for the Alumni was a good one. They both went back and forth. It was a very close game. The black-clad team won it over the red-clad team. Right now you have many members of that black-clad team on the court right now, and they're getting a little bit of a beating from the young guys. 94-62 as Franklin put that one in. Drive, Williams, follow, Williams is good. He has not given up all game long, Williams. He's dead though. He's over there. He just felt like laying down over there. We have little visitors coming up to see us. Hi, how are you? Minute 13 to go. There's a miss. Take it off. Queensborough back the other way, and going all the way through is Francois, and Francois had the ball stripped away. Minute 6 to go. The ball game is over. And we hope you enjoyed it, watching the game is over, basically. It's minute 6 on the clock, and they're going to stop it now because as going down to the baseline, I think he got hurt on that last drive, Williams. And they're going to help him up. He's really tuckered out, I know that. So they say, let's call it off now and let the young Tigers win the ball game, and they will, and they were going to, and there's nothing to stop anything from happening now. 94-64 the final score. And the Tigers were led by several people, and I'll just name them. Bruton did well, Stone did well, McDonald did well, Franklin did well. Seeger did very well. Seeger had a marvelous game. Berry had a very good game. So you'll look forward to seeing these younger players come regular season. And they are now doing their victory push-ups over there. So they basically, I'm not going to say they knocked the tar out of the older players, but they did a good job in tuckering them out, 94-64. Thanks for being part of it, and we'll see you next time out on Queensborough Basketball.